Hi everyone, welcome to this week's lecture. Today I'm going to be going through how to do the elevations on CAD. So I know a lot of you are probably asking now, why do we need to do elevations on CAD? Revit is obviously much easier to use considering it's 3D modeling as opposed to drawing with the equivalent to pen and paper. Well, two reasons. First reason is you don't have a choice, you have to do it. Second reason is quite often companies won't have the funds to pay for the Revit software, and you have either AutoCAD or a software called QuickDraw, and you need to do the same level of detail in the elevations on CAD or QuickDraw as you would have to if you were using 3D software. So because we don't have a choice, let's get started. I'm going to start by just drawing a small little detail of our roof, which is going to help us for our elevation. So firstly, I'm going to draw it with a polyline. So I'm just going to start anywhere here, change my layer straight away, and this is going to come up to our elevations. Alright, I don't really care what color it's in at the moment, but just anywhere. I want this to be a continuous line. Better. So to start off with, I don't really care how long this line is, so let's make it 800, enter. That needs to be continuous. Better. Alright, we'll then come straight down from the end of it. We're going to come down 100. Alright, come back to the 800. This here is going to allow for our gutter. Now what we're going to do is line from here. We're going to come up 700, enter, come down 100, and come back 700. Now I've done two lines over each other, so I'll just delete one of them. So this is going to be our gutter, this is going to be our fascia, alright, which is going to be our eaves. Alright, we know that our eaves are 450. Alright, so if I start here, I come across 450, come down, 500. So this distance here, you have to imagine, is this distance here. Alright, so slowly building the story up. Done two lines, so I'll just delete this one. Now what I'm going to do is actually get my roof pitch. So I'm just going to draw a line from this corner across 100. Alright, and now I'm just going to draw again another line to here. So this line that I've just drawn, I want to rotate about this end point, which is 100 millimeters away from here. I want to rotate this, say 22.5 degrees. Okay, then I'm going to offset that by 50, enter, and I'm going to offset that in. Okay, trim, and just cut that, and just delete this line here. So effectively this here is going to be our roof line coming from the edge of our house. This looks like, just a bunch of lines on a page, but it will make sense as we do the elevation. Alright, so we're just going to leave this one here for now. The only other detail we'll add here is a dashed line or a hidden line from here to say here to 100. And I'm just going to move this up by 100, and this is going to be our ceiling level. Okay, again, it doesn't make sense right now, but it will in time. So a bit of faith, bit of trust, this is where we're at. So once this is set up, select it, mirror, and mirror one here. Alright, so both directions. Now leave that there for safekeeping, we're going to need it. So let's begin with our elevations. So still in elevations. What we're going to do, first thing that I'll do actually is select my house, copy. You're going to need 1, 2, 3. They're going to need to be moved across a little bit more. So I need 1 this direction. We're going to need 1 in this direction, and I'm going to need 1 in this direction. Alright, so all I've done is just rotated my house around. The reason for that is obviously I need an elevation of the back half of the house, this side, and the front. Okay, it will make sense as we continue. So, 1. What I'll do first is set up my datum. So, somewhere down here, just a line that's going the whole way across. Okay, so this line is just coming in front of all of these. Now I can start. So what I need to do is personally I always start with my walls first. So just draw a line to here, select it, make this one continuous, make this one continuous as well. Sorry, I should have done this before. Copy. Alright, so copy from the edge. So all of our elevations are going to be the same. So coming across my building, I need this window because I can see it. If I look at the house, we have to imagine we're looking at this house from the front. What can we see? So I see, obviously I can't see the internal wall, it's on the inside of it. I see the edge of the brick. I then see a window. I then see a bit more brick. I see another window. And then I see this window. Okay, obviously if I look at it, I can see the brick in between it. And then from the door, cool, I can see here, I can then see the garage door. And then the outside of the house. Okay. So I know this looks like, ugly spaghetti on the screen, but this is how we start it. Alright. Now what? What's next? The next thing is I have 2 knowns. Okay. I know I can copy this line up. I know I have a head height for my doors and windows is 2100. So that's the top of the doors and the windows. The next thing that I know is I know my ceiling level is either going to be 2400, okay, which is a bit too small. We're now shifting to 2700 for our ceiling. So if you walk inside your house, your ceiling level, alright, is about 2700, okay, or 2720 if you allow for the gyprock. So 2700, that's our ceiling level, and this is the head height of our doors. Okay, so if I measure here to here, I'll show you this one as well. So 2100. Okay, cool. Get rid of that. This one's important. I have to leave this number here. Trim and get rid of all the spooky lines underneath. Alright. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my windows and the doors. So this roller door is 2100 high, 2410 wide. So I know that this roller door, if I draw with a rectangle, is from here to here. Alright. So I'm going to change this to be continuous, and I'll change that straight away. But this is my roller door for my garage. So I'm going to do is just change this to continuous, so I don't have to keep changing it all the time. Alright, so once I've got my garage in here, I can delete these 2 lines because I've allowed for it. Alright, that's this here. Now, I have my door at the front, okay, which is, all I'm doing is coming straight down, just like we did when we looked at our steel the other week. So I know this here is my entry door. Okay, so I can delete this line and this one. Delete. I need to maintain these corners here. So where the walls are, I need to maintain them. Now this window. This window is 610 wide and 1800 high. So what that means is effectively 610 wide from the top, always measuring from the top of our head height. I come down 1800. Alright, come with a rectangle now. This here is going to be my window. Just going to delete that line now. This is one window. Okay. Now, fortunately, I know I have the same window on this side here. Whoever designed this house made his life a bit easier. So I can get rid of these two. Sorry, that jumped a little bit. I've drawn these windows in now. I can get rid of these lines. Delete. Onto this window. So 1.2 by 1.2 or 1212. Okay. So from here, so from this line here, I'm coming down 1200. Okay. And I come to here. Can now delete these two lines. I've got the window in place. Delete below it. So that's pretty good. Alright, so keep this edge, keep this edge and this one. All my openings have been allowed for, which means I can delete this line. This line here was just to guide me to the top of the doors and windows. Alright, so roller door, main door, one window, two window. I've managed to delete this other window here. I don't know why. So let's just copy another one in. Copy from here to here. Alright, that's better. Don't know why I deleted that. But you can all watch me stuff up in the video. So that's cool. Right. Now, these lines obviously aren't here anymore. So trim to this line, enter, get rid of them. Cool. This is how we're looking. Now, what I know is the the frames around my windows are 30 millimeters. So offset, this one, offset by 30 to the inside, to the inside, to the inside, to the inside. Now I know in my main door, if you walk into your house, you don't have to step over this little stupid thing here. So we bring that back down. Okay. So the main door stands strong. Window, window, window. Okay. Now this is a sliding window, which means one panel slides into the other. If you look at steg bar, that's what's going to happen. It's going to show that on there. So effectively what I can do is draw in the middle here, draw another rectangle in here, delete this line now, offset again by 30 to the inside. Okay, so this glass here, if I draw an arrow, so 250 from here, come back, let's try 50, pick that little one, it's not big enough, let's try 75, it's okay. Sorry, this is just proportioning it. Alright, all comes down to how we display our drawings. So quite often what will happen is you'll draw a set of elevations and then you're just going to copy across. So what you can see is this panel here slides into the other one. Okay, it's a sliding window. Alright, these windows here are not sliding windows, they are awning windows. Okay, AAW. So an awning window opens from the bottom. Okay, so we display these a bit differently. What I'll do is I'll draw here, move up by 400, draw another rectangle, offset 30, I'll offset 30 down, that's okay. You can look at the steg bar for the exact measurements of this, alright, but just to represent it, this is going to be okay. So window, copy, they're the same window, so copy from here to here. So awning windows, sliding window. Alright. Main door, there's many different things we can do. We can put glass panels in here, we can do whatever we want. It's more of an architectural or a drafting kind of thing. For now we can just leave it as it is. We can tidy it up after. It's more important that we get everything else sorted. Alright, so let's just trim this side here, and let's maybe tidy this side up. So just draw a line to here, trim here, and delete. So this is how my house is starting to look. These panels, okay, so for the roller door, for the garage, what I might do, draw a line from here to here. I might make these say 150, and I'll draw from here to here. Delete this line. This one here I'll copy down by 160. So it's putting in a 10mm gap here. I'll show you why that is after. Copy, just copying these down, just to give it the actual appearance of being a roller door. So all I'm doing is copying it down for each one. Cool. Alright, so kind of looks like a roller door. We can decorate them after. Now that's my walls, my doors, and my windows. Okay, so that's what I've got drawn here at the front of the house. Now, I'm going to change colour so I don't confuse things. I'm going to go to green. Same thing with a line. What I'm going to grab now is the parts of the roof that I can see. Copy. So what can I see? You can imagine I'm walking from the start of the house. So I look at the house, look at the front here. I can see the eave. I then see the roof coming up to here. I can't see this point here. It's hidden here. Alright, so if I've got to imagine standing in front of it, look at this garage. The roof's coming up, and then it's coming back down. So I can see here. Alright. The next thing I can see is I'm going to be able to see this point. I'll be able to see this point. I'll be able to see here. I'm going to be able to see here. Okay. So our roof line is going to show us what we're putting onto our elevation. So this roof, I'll see it will come up, it will come down, and then I'm going to see this little bit running, and I'm going to see it coming down, I'm going to see it running flat, I'm going to see it running back down. Okay, so we kind of have to have a bit of an imagination here as to what's going on. So this is where these come in handy. Remember I said this point here, this is the wall, this is the eave. So this distance is this distance. The angle here is this angle here. Okay. So what I can do is I'll draw just a line in green to here. This is my ceiling level. This is my eave mark. Remember this here, this line is sitting at 2.7. So So this is my ceiling level. This here is my eave line. Okay, this is where the eave is. This is the ceiling level. So where they meet is where these two meet. So what I can do, select it, copy. Where they meet is this point. So that should sit here. Okay, I can check it because this line, this wall line that I've drawn at the start, should meet up exactly where I've drawn the wall. Okay, so do the same here. Draw a line where our eave meets our ceiling. Select it, copy. So where my eave meets my ceiling is this point. Okay, I have an eave on this line, so I have one here. Remember, this here is where the wall is, so they should overlap, which is where this wall is sitting. Now this eave, so I have another one here. Okay, so the wall lines will always overlap. Now, this is the fun bit. We have to work out where these are going to sit. So I can delete the ones that I've just drawn in, because I don't need them anymore. So that's what I've drawn in. Now I've got to work out how in the hell I'm going to fit the rest of it. So what do I know? I know from this eave, it comes up to this point. So from this eave, it comes up to this point. So extend to here, enter. What am I extending? I'm extending these two. Okay. So from this point, it comes up to here. From this point, it comes up to here. Then what happens to our roof? It goes flat. It comes straight across. Awesome. I reckon I can manage that. So draw this in white again. Making sure my ortho is on. So from here, come straight across. Repeat line from here comes straight across. Cool. So far, so good. And now what? Now it comes up. It's up to me. I can either continue from here or I can continue from here. I'm going to go from here, just to make my life a bit easier to start off with. This comes up and then it comes back down. So I know these two meet at this point. So this is where we're always going to check. If I extend to this line, what do I want to extend? I want to extend these. I want to extend these. If these don't meet exactly where that point is, I've made a mistake. Either my lines aren't straight or I've put it in the wrong spot. So I need to go and readjust. Okay. And now what happens? From this point here, I can't see this, but I can see this. So my roof starts to come up. It comes up to this point. So what that means is all I'm going to see is this line basically coming to here, and it's going to come up again because it's coming up here. So extend to this line. What am I extending? I'm extending this. Enter. Now these aren't meeting. Okay, so I have made a mistake. This comes back down. Okay, so these two, in theory, and God willing, if I mirror this about here, they have to meet. If they don't, I'm in trouble and I have to start again. So let's try it. These two, mirror. Let's try to mirror about here. Don't erase. Now please, awesome. See how these line up? So trim to this line, enter, get rid of them. Cool. So this is the roof that I can see. Okay. Comes up. Can't see this. Comes up again. So just follow me down here. Comes up. Can't see this. Comes up again. Comes back down. Comes flat. Comes back down. Okay. So that's what's mirrored here. So now I can delete these. Alright. I've got a few little adjustments I need to make. So let's tidy these up. Let's get rid of these stupid green lines. Don't need them anymore. Okay. Let's stretch. Now our gutters and our fascias run the entire way around the house, so they can get extended to here. This gutter will be here, it's sitting in front. The next thing I need to do is trim. Let's trim to this line. Alright, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And this. Oh, sorry, that line doesn't continue. Trim to here. That one. Enter. Alright. So this looks a bit more like a house. Couple of things we need to do. Let's delete this line. I have these dashed lines that I've drawn in. Let's delete them. Extend this one out. Let's copy another one down by 2700. Let's move this in. Okay. Now what we have here is this point here is my ceiling level, CL. Copy down, and this point here is obviously the top of my slab, which is my finished floor level. Okay. So that's our first elevation. We can detail this with some hatching, but for now this is okay. What I'm going to do is actually I'm just going to offset by 100. Let's offset this dotted line, rectangle from here to here. Delete this one. Okay, now we can see this is basically our slab, 100mm slab sitting under our house. Alright, so that's how we do our front elevation. You can, if you want, go through and hatch the brickwork and things like that. You can hatch the sheets of iron for the roof or the tiles or whatever you would like. But this is how we do it. This is a good starting point. I will show you as to what level of detail we can go into, because we will have to annotate some of these. But for now, let's do this side. I'll do the more complicated side. I would like you guys to do the back and to do this side before class. What I'll do is I'll pause the recording now, so I'll give you guys a chance to finish that, and then I'll start this one in the next video. Thank you.